Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul. If you're new here, I hope you are all having a beautiful and blessed day or night whenever you are watching this reading here today. We are here for a pop-up, and today's pop-up is going to be focused on the future, okay? More specifically, the future and the next chapter of the connection with the person on your mind, whoever came to mind when this reading found you and you felt called to click on it. So again, we're focusing on the future, not necessarily the present here today. I may end up doing an extended to talk about their current energies, thoughts, and feelings towards you. If that is the case, that will be linked down below in the description box of this video. Essentially, my goal behind today's reading for you is to talk about what is coming next between the two of you. So let's hop right into it. Over here, we have 3 archetype cards talking about this next chapter, as well as 3 alchemy cards. From what I can see here, there's a very big change coming between the two of you in the future, and it directly involves a crossroads, a turning point, some sort of fork in the road, where both you and this person are going to have to make a very important decision regarding each other and this connection itself, okay? Now, I can tell you that that's the case because of the sword card here, as well as the separation card being forced with, or brought out, with 2 different options here, okay? Regardless of that, like if we just eliminate what I just said for 30 seconds here, I can tell you that no matter what choice is made in this dynamic, there is an impactful and abundant learning lesson that's coming for the two of you. And maybe even making this decision itself is going to be something quite impactful for both of you. What I can tell you is that when it comes to making this decision, there's going to be a requirement for one or both of you to be adaptable and malleable, and it's honestly going to come down to whether or not you are going to be flexible with one another. So what I mean by that, or to elaborate a little bit more, what I'm seeing is there's some sort of rigidity that could be going on right now or will go on in the future during this next chapter, where maybe both of you are quite stubborn. You're not wanting to be flexible with one another. This could be about a particular topic or a particular decision that needs to be made where the two of you are kind of clashing or butting heads. And to avoid this potential separation, it's going to require one or both of you to be flexible and to actually be more welcoming in for the positive energies that do want to come this way for this connection, okay? So essentially, to get to the point, because I now feel like I'm kind of jumping all over the place, it feels like what this fork in the road, this crossroads is going to be all about is whether or not there's going to be a separation between the two of you in this connection. And again, in order to avoid that, there's going to have to be some sort of flexibility here. And I feel like that goes both ways. It's not just this person that needs to be more flexible or you. I think both of you are going to have to be able to be adaptable and malleable in order to really make this work in the future. And there may be an impactful moment that comes in this next chapter where you are quite literally faced with a fork in the road, and one of you may want to go in this direction while the other person wants to go in the other direction. And there's going to have to be a choice that is made in whether or not one or both of you can adapt to the other's decision or compromise, okay? There is a huge change coming though, okay? Regardless of what decisions are made here regarding the fork in the road or the crossroads, it seems to me like a big learning lesson is coming. And actually, you guys, I'm going to try to find my guidebook for this real quickly because I want to read that to you. I actually lost my big guidebook in the flood. If you're new to the channel, my home got flooded out during a recent natural disaster and I lost my big guidebook, but I had discovered that I still have like the miniature version of it. So luckily I still have that, but just to give you like a size comparison of the 2 different sizes of the books, it's cute, it's mini, but it is a little bit goofy. So hold on a second because I have to try to find the seed. Hold on a moment here. And also, if you see the camera shake every once in a while too, that's part of it as well, because I'm like filming on a temporary setup right now. So Sometimes the table gets a little bit shaky. So please just, I appreciate your patience and understanding with that. Hold on a second, you guys. It's so hard to read. I'm already bad with Roman numerals, and having like miniature versions is not helping the situation. There we go. Okay, found it. We have the seed, the beginning, the origin, and the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potential generative energy all around. Potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. Okay, so I'm getting a scenario where it's going to be like you and this person in the future come to this crossroads because of some type of agitation. So it could be that the two of you clash on a very like central point. Like, let's say one of you wants to travel the world while the other one wants to like settle down and have kids and buy a home. Those are completely polar opposite ways of wanting to live your life. And it's going to create this agitation and this irritation between the two of you, which is pointing you in the direction of this crossroads, and one or both of you are going to need to adapt and remain malleable if you want to avoid this separation with one another, okay? Not only that, but I think this is also representative of a big change to come in general for both of you as individuals. There's something about this connection and this turning point leading you to a bigger life lesson for both of you. That could be the same. It could also be separate, okay? Because of the mentor here, I feel like this situation, what is coming between the two of you in the future, is meant to be a teacher in and of itself, of you. It might test your limits. It might push your patience. It could certainly do the same for this person as well. It might show you your true colors, their true colors, and open up doors that you didn't know existed before within yourselves, okay? So there's going to be almost like a big trial coming in the near future. What I'm gonna do is, I'm going to pull some tarot next. The last little bit of information I want to touch on is about the Sun Splendor card up here. Regardless of what choice is made, I think that this is leading you to something that brings a lot of inner fulfillment and happiness, okay? So regardless of what happens, what decision is made in this connection, I think that there is like an abundant future for the two of you, whether it's together or not. So just wanted to point that out. We're going to pull the tarot now, though. We're going to chat about the future. Basically, this entire reading is going to be focused on this next chapter. I felt called to do this reading for a reason, so I know there's a purpose behind it. Some of you really needed this confirmation. Maybe you're already feeling the energy of this seed card, like you can already feel this antsy, impatient energy all around you, and you know that something big is coming soon. Okay, definitely that could be the case. This came out like before I even started like questioning for the shuffle, pull, whatever you want to say. So I feel like this is confirmation for what I was just saying to you. You already know, like your intuition is already pointing you in this direction of this big crossroads and change. Okay, now we're talking about the future, what is coming in the future, this connection. Oh no, I just bent my card. I hate that when that happens. It's the Ace of Swords too, okay? So we're going to take that, fix that up a little bit. Hold on a second, you guys, because I had a few more cards fall to the ground I have to pick up real quickly, okay? All right. Talk to me about the future, this next chapter. Yeah, there's going to be some heavy weights that need to be released here, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Like, this is going to be an intense next chapter between you and your person. I really feel like it's coming down to whether or not, like, someone in this connection has more exploring they want to do in the world, whatever that means, whether that's like travel or you pursuing other connections or different career paths or something. Essentially, I'm seeing one person wanting to explore and the other person wanting to plant seeds to like settle down. And that seems to be what the crossroads is here. And that's where the turning point is going to be, okay? Where you are either going to have to choose to find a way to compromise and work with one another so that everybody is feeling fulfilled in the situation, or you're going to have to like choose to part ways and go in different directions. That's basically what I'm seeing here, narrowing it down a little bit more with the tarot, okay? And it's going to feel like a burden to both of you. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. It seems like both of you are feeling burdened by having to make this decision. I feel like the back of the deck is Justice, by the way, and I kind of want to take that and I'm going to place it right there, especially because we have the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles coming out. It's almost making like a triangle right here. I feel like one of you wants to like kind of settle down, maybe start saving up to buy a home or purchase a home, and kind of like plant some roots in the ground where you are or somewhere in the world, and the other person wants to still adventure around or is still on a journey of self-discovery and isn't quite sure of what they want in the world yet. Like they have more learning to do. They have more self-discovery to do. The Ace of Swords bending like that, which was a total accident and now it kind of irritates me because there's a crease right there, is telling me that there's a genuine need in the future for both of you to be really honest, okay? Not only honest with each other about what you're wanting, but honest with yourself, okay? If there's a certain compromise that you are not willing to make because you know what you want and it's vastly different from what this person wants, there is a need for you to be honest with yourself about that, or it's going to build into something much more burdenous in the future. It's going to lead to resentment that's ultimately going to disintegrate the connection anyway and waste your time, waste your precious time and theirs, okay? So this is serving as a reminder, and it's not just pointed at you right now. This is also pointed at your person. There's a need for both of you to be radically honest about what you are wanting in this life, and to make a real honest decision on whether or not that's something you're willing to compromise with or not. Like I said, in this next chapter, in order to avoid this separation energy, there's going to be a need for both of you to remain adaptable. This isn't a one-sided thing, like I said. To narrow it down a little bit better and be more clear about the point that I'm trying to make. The reason both of you are going to have to remain adaptable is because if you want this to work, if this is something you actually want to work out, you will both have to be 100% willing to make that compromise. Because if one of you sacrifices too much, or if one of you is willing to be adapting and the other person is not, it's going to build up into some sort of resentment that's too much burden to carry for the other person or for yourself, okay? So an example I can give is, let's say, to go back to my original example, let's say one of you has more exploring left to do. One of you wants to travel the world and not settle down and maybe visit different countries and go on a big journey of self-discovery, whereas the other person wants to get married and buy a home and settle down. Two very opposite life goals. Let's say the person that wants to settle down sacrifices that and decides to travel the world with the other person. There's going to be an immense burden on this person's back, always looking back, wondering what would have happened if they did get the opportunity to settle down and buy a home or have kids or whatever that was, but they missed out on that opportunity, and vice versa. Let's say the person that wants to travel the world sacrifices that desire and chooses to stay and, you know, purchase a home or have kids or get married or something like that, and they never got that opportunity to actually travel the world and do some exploring, they may also look back in the future with resentment of all the missed opportunities that they had, right? So some of you might not want to hear this message because you clearly care for this person, but you're both going to have to be 100% willing to compromise here, because otherwise it's like a double-edged sword. Someone is going to end up with this burden on their back. Someone is going to end up not feeling fulfilled, and it's going to lead to resentment that's ultimately going to disintegrate the connection. Okay? As in, like, whoever the person is that sacrificed more than the other, it's ultimately going to end the connection from what I can see anyway, because like there's just too much resentment to be healed or something like that, or it's going to get to the point where the other person's not going to want to continue to work things out anyway, and you're going to waste each other's precious time. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, this is a very specific and interesting message, and I know someone out there needs to hear it. Okay. So again, in the future, it's going to be important that you are very clear with what you want. If you need to take some space in order to really figure that out, figure out what your non-negotiables are, what you are really wanting in your life, what you are willing to sacrifice, and what you're not willing to sacrifice. It's going to be really important that you do that, and your person does this as well. And if you don't, I'm seeing like destruction coming for the connection anyway. So it's important that you do that. Okay. Wow. This is ending up to be a very interesting reading, you guys. We're going to clear the board here. I'm feeling called to, I'll get some channeled messages out from them to you right now. And then we'll do tiles and charms. I'm going to get you a couple extra message from the universe cards too, is what I'm feeling called to do. And then I'm definitely going to do an extended to see what's currently going on in this connection. Okay. So if you want to know what this person's current thoughts and feelings are about you, check out the extended. That reading is going to be linked down below in the description and or the pinned comment. Okay. And when you head over there for the extended, you'll also get access to all of my other extended, past and future, and also bonus Patreon only readings. So yes, we're going to do that. And that's all going to be current energies. Right now with this reading, we're just talking about the future. Okay. So while I'm at it, we're going to get messages from your person in the future during this next chapter. Okay. We're going to see the things that they are going to say to you, what they will want to say to you during this impactful and pivotal moment of this connection. Okay? I don't know what you want. I'm like literally feeling like that's coming out during an argument that you and this person are having, because they're like, what do you want? What do you really want? Like this is the two of you having this discussion, basically. Okay? I want to start over. Yeah, I really feel like someone in this connection, you want vastly different things for your life, and that's what's creating this rift and this crossroads. Okay. And that could mean just about anything. I feel like it's different for everybody watching, since this is a general reading. For some of you out there, your person is the one that wants to start over and settle down and, you know, buy a home and have a family. For others of you out there, they're the ones that want to travel. They, you know, want to explore the world. They want to rediscover themselves and have a fresh start in life or something like that. Okay. Whew, I'm getting winded, you guys. I feel like this is going to be a heated discussion. I feel like it's really important that before this happens, you get clear on what you really want, even if you need to take some time apart or something like that to get clear on what you're wanting in life. Okay. All right, I'm waiting patiently. I can't do this. Like, I really feel like this is coming from this discussion, okay? Like, I feel like the two of you are, like, butting heads over this. Both of you are very stubborn about what you're wanting in life, and you want different things, and And like, I do see that the two of you clearly do care about each other. Like, this is something that you're interested in working out. It's just that maybe your values or your life goals are just too different for it to actually work out. Okay. But that's going to be your decision. You may end up actually coming through and compromising instead, and actually choosing to work things out where both of you feel happy and fulfilled without one of you having to sacrifice more than the other. Okay, let's get a few more. I feel like for some of you out there, you're going to take a bit of a separation from each other in order to get clear on what you really want in life. For some of you, during that brief separation, you're going to choose to come back together and compromise. And for others of you out there, you're going to choose to peacefully separate and part ways, because you just recognize that you and this person have different life goals, and that that's okay, and that neither one of you needs to sacrifice for the other person, you know? Okay, we also have divine timing. I wish things were different, and I love you. Okay, so this person clearly does love you very much, and I feel like you feel the same way. Maybe both of you do wish things were different. You're just feeling called to go in different directions. We also have let me go. For some of you out there, this person is wanting there to be a separation, but not because they don't care, but because they, again, recognize that the two of you share different values. Okay, I'm starting to wake up. Lots of pinks and purples coming out so far. And then we also have, I've gotten a reading done about you/us, okay? So maybe this person is actually going to get some readings done. Keep in mind that it's my intention that this is all future messages. This person may actually go and get a reading done to get some advice or some guidance, like psychic insight, okay? And maybe you have done the same. I mean, you're watching this reading right now, so it wouldn't shock me if you'll do that in the future as well. So, all right, you guys. What I'm gonna do is get some tiles and charms. Actually, we're just gonna do tiles. I don't know why I'm feeling called to just stick with tiles right now, so I guess we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna get your message from the universe out, and then we're gonna do the extended, where we'll talk about current energies. Current thoughts and feelings. That'll be a good indicator too of like where the two of you are at with your journey with each other right now, and whether or not this is coming soon or down the road a bit. Okay. Okay. So we have MUHM-TZQJ. Okay, so those could be initials. They could be this person's name or important words for the connection. I leave it open. If you guys see anything, you're welcome to drop a comment down below. Really the only vowel we have is the U, so I'm not really seeing any words, but maybe I'm just missing something there. We're going to get you a couple messages from the universe, and these are meant to be current messages for you relating to this connection or not, okay? I leave this open for whatever you are needing to hear the most right now. We're going to get a third out too. And then I will get your affirmation of the day. If you are new to the channel and you aren't already subscribed, I'd love it if you would and stick around for more readings in the future. And if you've been enjoying the readings so far, please don't forget to give me a loves up, a thumbs up. It really helps me out when you like the video. It lets me know that you are enjoying my readings, and it also helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. So I would appreciate you if you would do that if you haven't already. Your messages for the day are: you will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way it did for you to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. Okay, live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You've got this. And you are safe. You are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. Yeah, to me, this is talking about you making sure that you don't neglect your own needs, wants, and interests, and that you really do trust the path that you want to take in your life. If you have a specific calling, it's important that you honor that and you pay attention to that and you don't sacrifice that just to make other people happy. You know what I mean? Really pay attention to your own inner compass at this time. All right. And then we have your affirmation of the day. If you have made it this far into the reading, please drop a butterfly emoji down below to let me know. And if you feel like affirming this, I invite you to type it below in the comments, and you can also read it out loud with me if you like. Today, I will see the possibilities. Today, anything is possible. My heart is open to any and all possibilities. Beautiful, limitless. The word limitless is coming to mind. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you are leaving me here today and not joining for the extended, I want to thank you for joining for this reading. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. And to those of you who are joining for the extended, where we will be covering this person's current stance towards you, their current thoughts and feelings, I will see you over there momentarily. Thank you all so much again. Have yourself a blessed rest of your day or night. And until next time, bye for now.